Hey, Anthony,
Yeah,
did you see the Supreme Court ruled against birthright citizenship today?
yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's a classic play from the authoritarian handbook, weakening of the judicial and consolidation of power into the executive, and unfortunately, it's coming from the judicial branch itself.
How so?
Well, the ruling isn't really about birthright citizenship directly, although it potentially affects it. The core of the ruling is really about whether federal judges can place stays or injunctions on executive orders by the president. In this case, the executive order was that Trump is trying to rule that children of two undocumented immigrants shouldn't get birthright citizenship if they're born on U.S. soil, contrary to what our Constitution says. And when he signed that executive order, a federal judge said, no, you can't do that. This is against our Constitution. And this order cannot go into effect until the judicial branch has had a chance to review its legality. And what the Supreme Court has ruled is that federal judges don't have the authority to do that, that they are overreaching what the Constitution allows them to do by limiting presidential authority.
Why would the Supreme Court want to take away power from the judicial branch?
Well, the Supreme Court is basically compromised at this point, right? Of the 6 judges that voted for this, 3 of them were directly appointed by President Trump himself and widely considered to be unqualified for their roles. And the other 3 were nominated by previous Bush presidents. So these are entirely Republican judges, at least half of which are unqualified, voting along party lines for a weakening of their own position. And this isn't the first time they've done that, right? Earlier, about a year ago, they also voted that the president has effective immunity from any actions he takes when he is acting in the official capacity of the president. So basically, the president can commit a crime and have at least presumptive immunity for it because he is the president, which is part of where you get these no kings protests from. It's saying the president is not held to the rule of law. And in this case, it's just a further weakening of the rule of law.
Do you think Trump's ultimate goal here is to end birthright citizenship?
Absolutely. So ending birthright citizenship is one of the goals of Project 2025, which is nearly 50% complete at this point, despite the Trump administration's previous claims that they knew nothing about Project 2025 and had no affiliation. It's one of the many racist policies of the project, and unfortunately the Supreme Court has made it even easier to do that.